Children, in this lesson, we will learn about the factors by multiplication. One day, the king of the jungle gave 10 hens each to Golu, Chanda and Appu and asked them to build a home for them. But he kept a condition. The condition was that the three of them would have to build different types of houses for the hens, and in a manner that in every row of their house, the number of hens remains the same. They will get 10 gold coins for building the houses correctly. Next day, the king came out to inspect the houses built by them. First, he went to see the house built by Golu. Golu had built a long house like this. In every row of the house built by Golu, there was one hen and there were 10 such rows. Was the house built by Golu correct as per the conditions stated by the king? Was he able to make space for all the hens in that house? In the house built by Golu, there were 10 rows and each row had one hen. This way, every row had an equal number of hens. Now, was the total number of hens in Golu's house 10? How will we write it in the form of multiplication? 10 multiplied with 1. 10 multiplied with 1 is 10. Golu had built the house perfectly. The king gave 10 gold coins as the prize. Now the king arrived to see the house built by Chanda. Chanda had made use of 5 rows to build the house like this for hens, and each row had 2 hens in them. Was the house built by Chanda correct? 5 rows and 2 hens in each row. Is the number of hens in each row equal? Yes. Does the number of hens in the house equal to 10? 5 multiplied with 2 make 10. Oh wow! Chanda has also built the house perfectly. The king gave 10 gold coins to Chanda too. Finally, the king arrived to see the house built by Appu. Appu had made a 2-row house. He has placed 5 hens in each row. Did Appu also get 10 gold coins as a prize from the king? Yes, you have given the right answer. Appu made the house perfectly and got the prize from the king. Children, as per the conditions stated by the king, can you build the house for hens in any other way? Absolutely right. We can build the house for the hens by placing 10 hens in one row as well. Children, if you look closely, then you will find that here we have written 10 as 4 different forms of multiplication. So, this is how we can write any number as a multiplication of 2 numbers. The 2 numbers that form part of the multiplication are known as factors. Here, 1, 2, 5 and 10 are factors of 10. Children, in this lesson, we learned about factors of multiplication. In the next 2 lessons, we will see some interesting examples of the same. Children, today we will learn more about factors of multiplication. People from Champapur are making plans to go on a picnic. They have to arrange for some buses for the picnic. The seating should be such that the number of people sitting in every row is equal. The first bus operators sent a bus in which only one person can sit in a row. And there are 6 such rows. Can people sit in a bus like this? To find the answer to this question, we will need to find the factors of 6. Do you want to learn an easy method to find factors? It is very simple. We need to identify the number tables in which the number 6 appears. Come, let's start with the table of 1. Does number 6 appear in the table of 1? Yes, 6 multiplied by 1 is 6. Therefore, 6 people can sit in this bus in 6 rows with one person sitting in each row. So, children, can you find out more such buses where 6 people can sit? But remember that the number of people in each row should be equal. Let's find all the factors of 6 and solve this puzzle. Does the number 6 appear in the table of 2? Yes, 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. Therefore, 2 is the factor of 6. So, if 2 people sit in each of 3 rows, how many people would be able to sit? 6. Now, let's look at the table of 3. Does the number 6 appear in the table of 3? 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Therefore, 3 is the factor of 6. So, if 3 people sit in each of 2 rows, how many people in total would be sitting on the bus? 6. Now, let's check the table of 4. Does the number 6 appear in table of 4? No. Therefore, 4 is not the factor of number 6. In other words, if in a bus 4 people sit in each row, then 6 people will be able to sit in 2 rows. But the number of people in each row will not be equal. Similarly, if we look at the table of 5, then we will find that 5 is also not a factor of number 6. So a bus in which 5 people sit in each row will not be of any use to the villagers. Now, let's look at the table of 6. Does the number 6 appear in the table of 6? Yes, 1 multiplied with 6 is 6. Therefore, 6 is also the factor of number 6. So, one line and 6 people in each line is a good option. Today we saw that 1, 2, 3 and 6 are the factors of the number 6, and 4 and 5 are not factors of 6. So you see, by finding all the factors of 6, we helped the villagers. Children, we can find the factors of any number by using the multiplication table. Now, why don't you try to play this game of finding factors of number 8 with your friends? So children, in this lesson, we learned a unique method of finding factors of any number. In the next chapter, we will learn different ways to use these factors. Children, in this lesson, we will learn the use of factors by multiplication. You all know Bablu is very naughty. One day, while roaming around, he went far into the forest and reached the other village. There he saw a big house. Bablu thought that he will rest there for a while and went inside the house. As he walked in, he saw 3 boxes on the table, and in each box there were 10 apples. Can you tell how many apples were there in total? How will we write this by using multiplication? 3 multiplied by 10. Now, using the multiplication of 3, how many are these? 30. Bablu was very hungry. Of the 3 boxes, one of the boxes had delicious red apples. Bablu ate a few apples from that box. Now Bablu went to a room. It was a huge room with 2 cupboards. Each cupboard had 5 shelves. Can you find out how many shelves were there in total? How will we write this by using multiplication? 2 multiplied with 5. How much is it? 10. Bablu took a few toys from one of those cupboards and started playing with them. Now Bablu again started to feel hungry. In the room, he saw a box of sweets that looked like this. The box contained a total of 35 laddus. There were 7 vertical slots in the box. Can you tell how many laddus were there in each vertical slot? This question can be written in multiplication form like this. Now, can you make use of the method of finding factors learned in the last lesson and find the answer to this puzzle? You just have to find out when does 35 appear in the table of 7. So what multiplied with 7 is 35? 5 multiplied with 7. Each slot of the box had 5 laddus. Bablu ate a lot of laddus and started feeling sleepy. Bablu slept on the bed. Suddenly, Bablu heard some voices. When Bablu tried to see in his half-asleep state, everything looked hazy to him, and he could only see 18 buttons. If every person present there had 6 buttons each on their shirt, then can you tell how many people were standing there? Yes, you have solved it correctly. 3 people were standing in front of Bablu. Actually, Bablu had reached Bubu Bear's house. Bubu and his family were surprised to see him there. The moment Bablu saw Bubu, he ran away and did not return back again. Children, in this chapter, we learned some interesting uses of factors.
Division, equal grouping. Today, it is the king of the forest, Sher Khan's birthday. All the animals of the forest have been invited for the birthday celebrations. Different animals are sitting in groups. Let us see how the rabbits are sitting. There are 10 rabbits and they are sitting in 2 groups. Each group has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rabbits seated in them. Now, let's look at it in another way. A total of 10 rabbits are seated in 2 groups, each group having 5 rabbits. It is called dividing in equal groups. Distributing things equally among people or making equal groups of people or things is called division. What are we doing here? Forming 2 equal groups of 10 rabbits. So we can call it as a group. Dividing 10 rabbits in 2 equal groups, there are 5 rabbits in each group. This is the total number of things to be divided. This is a symbol of division. This is the total number of groups. This is the total number of things in each group. In this lesson, we will develop an understanding of how to divide things into equal groups. Oh, who is this? Appu the elephant. He is bringing 3 necklaces for Sher Khan as a birthday gift. Oh no! Appu slips down and all the necklaces are broken. Appu had a total of 9 pearls in his 3 necklaces. Can you help Appu make 3 necklaces with equal pearls again? Let's do it together. First, we will put 1 pearl in each necklace. Now, we have 6 pearls left. Now, we will put 1 more pearl in each necklace. Now we have 3 pearls left. Now finally, we will put 1 last pearl in each necklace. Appu has no other pearls left. And his 3 necklaces are ready. Let's see how many pearls are there in each necklace. Yes, each necklace has 3 pearls. In other words, Appu's 9 pearls were divided into 3 equal groups and each group had 3 pearls. Let us see what the monkeys are doing at the party. 3 monkeys started feeling hungry in the party. They saw 12 samosas on the table. Can you help divide 12 samosas equally among 3 monkeys? Let's do it together. Yes, every monkey will get 4 samosas here. There are 12 samosas here. Divide them into 3 equal groups. So, there will be 4 samosas in each group. What does Badbole tailor have in his hand? Sher Khan's mother asked Badbole tailor to make some shirts for Sher Khan's special friends. The tailor attaches 4 buttons to each shirt. He has 12 buttons. Let's see how many shirts will he be able to put buttons on. After putting 4 buttons on the first shirt, the tailor had 8 buttons left. Now, 4 buttons are left after putting 4 buttons on the second shirt. After putting 4 buttons on the third shirt, all the buttons are over. After creating groups of 4 buttons, 12 buttons were divided into 3 groups. In this lesson, we developed an understanding of how to divide things into equal groups. In the previous lesson, we developed an understanding of how to divide things into equal groups. Let us now look at some examples to understand this in more detail. Example 1. Do you like laddus? Golu Panda also likes to eat laddus just like you. Golu Panda saw 20 laddus. He wants to carry laddus equally for his friends. He has 4 empty plates. Can you help him divide these 20 laddus equally into 4 plates? We can write this question this way. 4 equal groups of 20 laddus equal to how many laddus per group? First, we will put 1 laddu in each plate. We will repeat it till all the laddus are over. We can see that there are 5 laddus in each plate. In this way, 4 equal groups of 20 laddus equals to 5 laddus per group. Hey, what happened? Who is hidden under so many gifts? Oh look, it is Sher Khan. The poor guy was buried under a pile of gifts. Can you help him keep the gifts in his cupboard? You can keep 5 gifts in every shelf. So, tell me how many shelves will be required to keep 25 gifts of Sher Khan? We can write this question like this. 25 gifts divide 5 gifts per shelf equals to how many shelves? First, we will put 5 gifts on one shelf. Now, we have 20 gifts. Now we will keep 5 gifts on the second shelf. So now we have 15 gifts. Now we will put 5 gifts on the third shelf. We have 10 gifts now. Now we will keep 5 gifts on the fourth shelf. So we are left with 5 gifts now. Now we will put 5 gifts on the fifth shelf. All the gifts are now over. Oh wow! Look, Sher Khan is so happy. Hope you have understood the concept of division better through these examples. If you want to review these examples, then you can watch this video again. In the next video, we will cover some common mistakes related to this. Division, equal grouping, common mistakes. Gaggu Hippo is walking merrily. He saw some clusters of green grass at some distance. On going closer, he saw that 5 of his friends were already there. There are 36 clusters in total. Can you divide these grass clusters equally between Gaggu and his friends? Can you choose the correct option from the options given below? Let us evaluate each option to find the right one. Let's look at option 1. We can also write this option as 5 equal parts of 36 clusters of grass equals to how many cluster per friend per part? In this option, we see that total number of items equals to 36 clusters. Total parts equals to 5 friends parts. We have to find out how many clusters are there per friend, per part. But what will poor Guggu eat? In this option, we have not included Gaggu while calculating the total parts. Here, the total number of parts is wrong. For this reason, this option is incorrect. This is a very common mistake that we make when we divide. Always count the total number of parts correctly. Now, let's look at option 2. In this option, 6 friends are being divided into 36 grass clusters, which is wrong according to this question. For this reason, this option is incorrect. This is a very common mistake that we make while performing division. Now let's look at option 3. We can write this option like this. 36 clusters divided among 6 friends is equal to how many clusters per friend per part? In this option, we have divided 36 clusters into 6 friends. Thus, it is the right option. Children, in this video, we learned to develop an understanding of the division of things into equal groups. We also learned to use them with examples and also saw some common mistakes. We hope that this video lesson will be useful for you.
Children, we will look at some puzzles related to addition and subtraction. This is addition and this is subtraction. One day, while walking, addition and subtraction reached a mysterious village. Here, there was a puzzle written on every house. Addition and subtraction are tired after roaming in the hot, burning sun. They think that they should go to one of the houses and take some rest. They are standing in front of a house, but the door of the house is closed. This puzzle is written on the roof of the house. In this village, 25 houses are of yellow color and 20 houses are of blue color. How many houses are there in the village? First, Subtraction tried to enter the house. He tried very hard, but the door did not open. Now, Addition just went near the door. And look what happened! The door opened on its own. Children, can you tell why this must have happened? Does this have any relation with the puzzle written on this house? Yes, children, you guessed it right. We have to find the total number of houses in the village in the puzzle written on the house. To do this, we have to add the number of yellow houses 25 to the number of blue houses 20. As we need to make use of addition here, therefore, addition could easily enter this house. Children, whenever we have to find the total sum of numbers, then we make use of the process of addition. Addition and subtraction took rest in the house and again started roaming in the village. This time, they went and stood in front of a park. Addition and subtraction want to go and play in the park, but the gate of the park is closed and a puzzle is written on it too. Come, let's see what the puzzle is written on the gate of the park. This puzzle is written on the gate of the park. Here, there are 75 rose plants and 32 marigold plants. How much more are the rose plants there than the marigold plants? Yes, children, you are guessing it right. To solve the puzzle written on the gate of the park, we need to subtract the number of rose plants 75 and the number of marigold plants 32. We have to use which method here? Subtraction. Therefore, the park gate opened easily by subtraction. Children, whenever we have to find the difference between the number of two objects, then we use subtraction. Addition and subtraction had lot of fun in the park. Children, in this lesson, we saw some puzzles related to addition and subtraction. We will see some more interesting examples of this in the next two lessons. Children, in this lesson, we will learn when to use addition or subtraction in a puzzle. Today, Gaggu is conducting a magic show in the village. First magic has begun. He has kept in a flower vase 70 yellow flowers. Then he covered the vase with a cloth and swung his magic wand over it. When Gaggu removed the cloth from over the vase, along with 70 yellow flowers, there were 28 blue flowers too. Everyone was surprised how Gaggu did this magic. They clapped really hard. In the flower vase earlier, there were 70 yellow flowers. Now, in the flower vase, there are 28 flowers more. Now, how many total flowers there are in the vase? Children, can you tell that in this question, we will use addition or subtraction? In this question, we have to find the total number of flowers. whenever we need to find the total number of things, we make use of addition. Therefore, in this question also, we will use addition. In 70, if we add 28, what is the total? 98. Yes, now there are 98 flowers in the vase. Babban was enjoying Gaggu's magic, but he felt that Gaggu was making a fool of them. Therefore, Babban hid behind the stage before the start of Gaggu's next trick. Gaggu began showing his third magic. First, he released 125 pink balloons in the air. Now he swung his magic wand in the air, and there appeared 250 more blue balloons. Everyone started clapping happily and excitedly. At first, there were 125 pink balloons on the stage. Now there are additional 250 blue balloons with them. Which balloons are more in number on the stage? And how much more? Children, can you find if in this question should we use addition or subtraction? Oh wow, children! This is correct answer. In this question, we will use subtraction because the number of blue balloons is more than pink balloons. For this, from 250, 125 is to be subtracted. And now we can see that the number of blue balloons are more than pink balloons by 125. When Gaggu was showing his magic, then Babban saw that Appu elephant was hiding behind the stage. Actually, Appu was the one releasing the balloons from behind the stage. Appu became nervous seeing Babban and out of fear started running across the stage. Seeing Appu, everyone understood that Gaggu was fooling them. What must have happened then? This you can understand very well. Children, in this lesson we learned when to use addition and when to use subtraction in a question or a puzzle. Children, in the last lesson, we learned when to use addition or subtraction in puzzles. In this lesson, we will learn to create questions with addition and subtraction. One night, Chanda was returning from her shop. She found a book on the way. In the book, it was written, there are some pictures here, and there is a blank space below them. Write the correct questions related to the picture in the blank space. Chanda picked up the book and took it to her home. This was the first picture in the book. Here, there are 20 gold coins in one pot and 16 gold coins in another pot. And there was a blank space below the picture where a question related to the picture was to be written. After thinking for a while, Chanda wrote down a question there. There are 20 gold coins in one pot and 16 gold coins in another pot. Then how many gold coins are there in total? Chanda has now made a question of addition. Children, we can also make addition questions like Chanda. To make addition questions, we use words like total number of things. Suddenly, the 2 pots filled with gold coins appeared in front of Chanda. Chanda was not able to believe her eyes. Children, can you make another question as well on this? Absolutely right. Here there are 20 gold coins in one pot, and in another pot 16 gold coins. How many more coins are there in one pot from another? Likewise, we can make a subtraction puzzle as well. Now Chanda immediately turned the page of the book and she saw this picture. There are 2 diamond necklaces here. One necklace is 15 centimeters long and the second necklace is 22 centimeters long. Chanda immediately wrote this question. There are 2 diamond necklaces here. One necklace is 15 centimeters long and the other is 22 centimeters long. Which among these necklaces is longer and by how much? Children, Chanda has made a subtraction question here. Whenever we have to compare the difference between 2 numbers, then we can use subtraction. To create subtraction questions, words like how much more, how long, what is the difference, etc. can be used. On Chanda's neck, suddenly the 22 centimeter necklace appeared. Chanda started dancing happily. The next day, Chanda tells Babban about her magic book. Out of greed, Babban borrows the book from Chanda for a day. Chanda gives it to him happily. Babban opened the book very excitedly and he thought that he would himself make a picture in the book and write the question. Babban made this picture. Then below that picture, Babban wrote this question. There are 15 lockers here. Out of those, 10 lockers contain diamond jewels. How many lockers are empty? The moment Babban wrote the question, 5 lockers appeared in front of him. Babban went mad in happiness. But as he opened the lockers, they all were empty. Babban became sad. He thought that this time he will make the picture with more thoughtfulness. But as he went near the book disappeared from there. Babban again started crying for becoming a victim of his greed. Children, in this lesson, we learned to create question puzzles of addition and subtraction.